Welcome to Man Cave Insider. I'm Dennis. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see past and future videos. This is my man cave, and this room is filled with things I've been collecting my entire life, and these are the stories behind them. And today, we're going to be taking a look at the 25th anniversary of KISS's 18th studio album, Psycho Circus, which is the first album to feature all four original members since 1980's Unmasked. I have the 25th anniversary vinyl, as well as other items from Psycho Circus that I've had in my collection since 1998. In 1996, KISS announced that the original lineup of Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley were getting back together in full costume and makeup to go on a reunion tour. The 1996-1997 Alive Worldwide Tour was the highest grossing tour of both years, playing 200 shows to over 2 million people. Towards the end of the tour, KISS announced that they wanted to go back in the studio to record a reunion album. Shortly after the conclusion of the reunion tour, KISS trademarked the title Psycho Circus and released a line of toys, as well as a comic book of the same name through Todd McFarlane's Imagine Comics in 1997. To produce the album, they brought in veteran producer Bruce Fairbairn, who had produced albums with Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, AC/DC, and Van Halen. The majority of the tracks for Psycho Circus were recorded by Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, future KISS guitarist Tommy Thayer, and session drummer Keith Valentine. The only track featuring all four members of KISS singing and playing was Into the Void, which featured Ace Frehley on lead vocals. Peter Criss had worked on several demos along with Tommy Thayer, but they were all rejected. He did wind up singing lead on the ballad I Finally Found My Way, written by Paul Stanley and Bob Ezrin. The song You Wanted the Best, written by Gene Simmons, is the only song in the history of KISS to feature all four members sharing lead vocal duties. The title track Psycho Circus, featuring Paul Stanley on lead vocals, would be the lead single off of the album. After the massive success of the Alive Worldwide Tour, KISS wanted to step it up a notch for the Psycho Circus Tour, and they did this by incorporating 3D technology. The music video for Psycho Circus was the first ever music video released in 3D. The day before the album's release in September of 1998, KISS held a massive press conference at the Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard. The event was hosted by Mad TV's Phil Lamar and Alex Borstein and featured the world premiere of the album, as well as the world premiere of the music video for Psycho Circus on the big screen in 3D, with the entire audience wearing 3D glasses. After the premiere of the video, KISS came out for a press conference to not only announce the release of the album and the upcoming worldwide tour, but to also announce several other tie-ins to go along with the release. First of which was the launch of the KISS official website, KISS Online. They were also releasing the documentary The Second Coming that chronicled the complete Alive Worldwide Tour that was shot, directed, and edited by future KISS guitarist Tommy Thayer. In addition to releasing the album, they released a video single of the title track, Psycho Circus, on VHS, which featured the video in 2D and 3D with 3D glasses, as well as a CD single that featured the unreleased track In Your Face with Ace Frehley on lead vocals. KISS announced a partnership with Fox Network to launch the release of the Psycho Circus Tour with a weekend of KISS-related activities. On Friday, KISS appeared on the Fox television show Millennium, and that Saturday, KISS was a special guest on Mad TV, performing in several skits throughout the show. Fox then presented KISS Live, the Ultimate Halloween Party, which was shot live from Dodger Stadium on Halloween night 1998. The opening act was the Smashing Pumpkins, who in the spirit of Halloween were introduced as and came out dressed as the Beatles, followed by KISS Live in 3D, and the event concluded with a massive fireworks show. Also, to coincide with the release of the album and tour of Psycho Circus were several other activities. The band appeared on the cover of Playboy magazine. There was a KISS Got Milk ad. There was also the movie Detroit Rock City about 4 teenagers in the 70s trying to get to a Kiss concert, which Kiss appeared at the end of the film. And the band also received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The tensions that had begun within the band during the reunion tour carried over to the Psycho Circus tour, making Kiss's next tour the Farewell Tour, which marked the last tour featuring all 4 original members, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley. What I have here is the 25th anniversary vinyl release of Psycho Circus in silver vinyl from Kiss Online. I also received this sweatshirt, as well as several other items from the original release of Psycho Circus that I've had in my collection since 1998. So this is the new 25th anniversary vinyl release of Psycho Circus. But before we take a look at that, I want to show some other things from my Psycho Circus collection. This is the original CD release of Psycho Circus from 1998. And to go with the 3D theme of the release, it's actually 2 covers in one. It features the curtain with the Kiss logo, and then it features the inside of it with the clown and all 4 original members. Features 10 tracks, and it's the first album in 18 years featuring all 4 original members. This is also an enhanced CD, which means you would put it in your computer and it would give you a link to Kiss's new website, as well as a Psycho Circus screensaver. The inside also features the Kiss logo in 3D. Features the full lyrics. And in true Kiss fashion, merchandise to go along with the release. This is for several t-shirts, some Kiss coins, and on the back, advertisements for the coffee table book KISStory 2, as well as Kiss Army leather jackets and a Psycho Circus blanket. Now, the opening night of the tour was on Halloween at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. At the time, I lived only about 15 minutes away, so I was so happy to get to go to this concert. And this is the tour program, which for this show only features a listing of the Dodger Stadium show. Commemorates the Alive Worldwide tour. And it was exciting because this was a new release of Kiss of the original lineup. And true to great tour books that Kiss has always put out, featured a lot of great photography of the band, several pages devoted to each member. And there's a lot of things to coincide with this, as well as Gene Simmons releasing his signature bass, Paul Stanley and Ace Frehley releasing signature guitars, and advertisements for the KISStory 2 book and the Kiss logo. Now, when you went to a concert on this tour, when you walked in, you got a pair of 3D glasses. And this is the 3D glasses that I got at the Dodger Stadium show. And it says Halloween Night 98, Dodger Stadium. And throughout the show, there was several segments pre-recorded in 3D, as well as a live action 3D camera on the video screens. And this is the shirt I got at the concert, which features all 4 members of the band standing in Dodger Stadium. Psycho Circus live in 3D, Dodger Stadium, Los Angeles, California, 1998, Dangerously Psycho. True to Kiss fashion, the band also had several tie-ins with major retailers with the release of the CD. I got this CD at Tower Records, and as a bonus, I could choose between one of 4 Kiss Matchbox cars. And I've always been a fan of Ace Frehley, so I chose the Ace Frehley car. Never opened it. Features a card and the car. Kiss also released a few magazines to coincide with the release of the album. This is the official Kiss magazine, which features advertisements, stories about the album, the tour, several fold-out posters, interviews with each member of the band, with producer Bruce Fairburn, a look at the history of the band, and I got this in 1998 and have held on to it ever since. There's also the official Psycho Circus tour magazine, and this features a few cool things. It includes a collector's comic of The Elder, a couple of pull-out posters, interviews with each member of the band, contests, talks about the press conference, a lot of great things, a track-by-track review, talks about the upcoming movie Detroit Rock City, a look back at the reunion tour, and they really did a great job. This was an interview with Tommy Thayer about the release of the KISS DVD, The Second Coming, that Thayer shot, directed, and edited. Behind the scenes of the Psycho Circus music video, the KISStory 2 book. This is an interview with producer Bruce Fairburn, and a lot of great stuff in this magazine. And of course, the comic book adaptation of The Elder. With the 25th anniversary of the album, KISS Online also had several other Psycho Circus related items in addition to the vinyl release. This is a hooded sweatshirt which features the KISS Psycho Circus logo on the front, the Psycho Circus clown on the back, and the sleeve features the pictures of the 4 members of the band that was also featured on the cover of the album. Which brings us to the 25th anniversary silver metallic vinyl edition, limited to only 2,500 copies worldwide. I ordered it the day it came out, and it sold out very quickly. Features original 10 songs. Inside is the cover, complete lyrics and credits. And then silver vinyl. There's a lot of great songs I love on this album. Psycho Circus, Into the Void, I Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll, We Are One, Raise Your Glasses. I've always liked this album, and it came out at a point where I was really starting to get into the band. And for me personally, it's a very special period in my history with KISS. So that is it for our look at the 25th anniversary of KISS's Psycho Circus. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.